All right, people, what is going down? It is the Unfiltered Band. You know that sound means another episode of Unfiltered coming your way here and now. Officially, this will go down as episode number 166. It is officially baseball season. Welcome on board the Unfiltered Revolution. Thank you, Unfiltered Band, and thank you for jumping on board. You can get in on Twitter at Casey Stern. Jump into the bio. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Like and listen and watch all the videos and the interviews and the conversations and the lists and all of that and the guests to return as we now full throttle into the baseball season. Also some UFC and basketball and NHL and Life Pod series and pop culture and dogs and cats living together mass hysteria. All right here for you wherever you might be, including most of you who are listening via Apple, Spotify, and everywhere you get your podcasts. You know this by now if you're not your first rodeo that we are presented by our good friends. Yeah, BetOnline. BetOnline remains your number one source for all your sports betting needs this season. Everything from NFL playoffs to pro and college basketball, UFC, MMA, and more. You'll always find the latest odds, team matchup info, player news, and game trends at BetOnline. Live betting options, free contests, and live scores for almost any sport, any game imaginable. BetOnline truly is the fastest and easiest way. Bet all your favorite leagues and events. It's simple. Head over to the website today. Use your mobile device to join and receive your 50% welcome to bonus with your first deposit. It is easy. Get the promo code and use it. It's Believe, BLEAV. Receive your rewards. It's betonline.ag where the game starts. Betonline.ag where the game starts as we get started here. This will be short and sweet. This will be like WWE promo style for the baseball season pretty much. And first of all, let's just say this. Super Bowl was pretty darn great till the end. I give Bradbury credit for saying, former Giant, that it was a hold. We saw the tug on the jersey. Those things do happen often. I don't like calling it in that spot. I hate how the officials need to do the Joe West thing if we're using baseball ties, kind of put themselves and present themselves into the story of a game that was at the time 35-35, couple of minutes to go. Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes, who got either Mr. Miyagi, God bless, may he rest, or adamantium from Wolverine or something done in the back. I don't know if Toradol was going to be enough. I don't know if a pep talk, cut me, Mick, or get up, you son of a bitch, because Mickey loves you from Rocky, not going to be enough. Whatever it was with the ankle, my word for the MVP. Great game, though. Great NFL season. And when it ends, it means only one thing. It is baseball season. We are here. And here we go indeed. Looked on Twitter this morning, and there are beautiful, lovely, wondrous pictures everywhere of players reporting to spring training, players in camp, players doing what they need, getting ready, all the favorite stars, all the names and new places. Saw Kiermaier leading guys out for the Jays. Saw Francisco Alvarez working on his catching. I love this. The first interviews. I miss a lot of things about being down on the ground with baseball every day. A lot of things. But I don't know if there is anything that I miss more than spring training. Spring training and doing that for years and doing that tour and being around all that, it is an unbelievable time because really baseball has just a different romanticism about it. You know, how do you not get romantic about baseball? Spring training, as romantic as it gets, kids, families, autographs, all those sorts of things. It's just an unbelievable time period. And to go down and be a part of that and to see that and to live all that, covering it was just so unbelievable for 18 years. And I'm telling you that if you've never been to spring training, whether you're not in the Florida area or Arizona, you got to travel to get there with your family. I don't care. You got to work it around another trip. You got to see grandparents, cousins, family members that are there. You know, do it as a pass through, going somewhere else and drive and rent a car or an RV. You got to get out there. You got to get to spring training. You got to see your team. You got to get to the places. The beautiful nature of Arizona and how it's all blasted into nearly one location. To go to Scottsdale and sit in that gorgeous lawn where the Giants play. Go to really the nicest facility that you're going to find, which is the one where the Rockies and the Diamondbacks are at Salt River Fields. The beautiful one in Glendale where you've got the White Sox and the Dodgers playing. Heck, get out there out of Dodge because they're way out of Dodge and go out there and go see the Royals and go out to Goodyear and the Rangers who are there with them and go out to Goodyear and go see the Reds and go see the Guardians. I mean, it's just a fantastic time to drive around, do that. You're in Florida, get on both sides of the coast. Beautiful out in Clearwater and Fort Myers, down where you can see the Twins and the Red Sox and the Phillies, among others. Get up there and head over to Jupiter, gorgeous area, and go see the Marlins and the Cardinals. Go to Port St. Lucie, of course, and go see the Metropolitans. Get everywhere. See all your favorite teams. See the teams you don't even like. Get out there and hubbub with the players. They're in the best frame of mind you're ever going to find them. It's awesome watching these guys, work on the backfields, seeing pitchers just sitting there, t-shirt and shorts, working on their pitches and throw bullpen sessions. I mean, if you're a baseball fan, a diehard, a lifer, you got to get in and soak up all that. Get in there and do it. I love seeing all those photos. Love seeing the pictures. Got some news today that baseball will now officially, in perpetuity, permanently, at least currently permanently, go ahead and continue with this extra inning scenario during the regular season with the runner. Look, I never really liked this rule. I'm like part purist, part like we're not playing Atari anymore. But in this sense, I never really loved it. But who are we kidding? I ain't gonna lie to you. I sat there and covered many games where I'm sitting there at Shea Stadium. It's the 17th inning, and the Mets are playing the Marlins, and the game's 2-2. And two guys who are off the scrap heap and tight ends wearing 85 are pitching against each other. And you're just one step away from the third baseman having to step in and throw. And you're thinking, what the hell are we doing here? There's a game tomorrow at noon. Like, it just don't make sense. So I understand it. I get it. But I also get the purist aspect of it that don't want it. The good news is not coming in the postseason, just going to be in the regular season. But now every manager I talk to loves it. Even the old school managers who didn't think they would like it, they love it. And they love it because it's easier on their players. It's easier on the long nights with the days coming up the next day. It's easier on the rosters. It just from a managing standpoint, both on a GM managing a roster, manager managing on the field and the diamond, just makes it way easier for those guys, so they love it. So it is what it is. Recently, in terms of moves, a couple of days ago, Christian Javier gets the 5-year deal. This guy, to me, I'm telling you right now, you could lock it in. And because I'm not betting on it, I'll probably be right. But you could lock it in. You're looking for a dark horse Cy Young pick in the American League. Christian Javier, your dude. You go look at the way he pitched down the stretch, and I'm telling you, go look at the video. You tell me he wasn't pitching better than Framber Valdez and Justin Verlander in that staff down the stretch. Every 5 days, brilliant. He got that riser, which is not even a thing on a rising fastball, but obviously the way he's got that giddy up in that late life, which is what you want. It is not about speed. It's not even just about accuracy. You need that life on that heater. He got it. Got a lot of confidence. Love that dude. Figured out how to kind of channel all that emotion and the anxiety towards the positive, become way better in that way. Love the way the guy pitches, love everything he's about. And I'm telling you, the Christian Javier is a dude. This is a guy right now that you got to lean on if you're thinking, and they are going to lean on him, right? No Verlander there, so it's him and Valdez now, but I think he'd be great. Kind of bouncing around a little bit, some of the, and I did a recent podcast on, some of the top questions. I'm going to do, I got a bunch of pods coming up. I'm going to do kind of spring training reports. And I apologize for my voice, by the way. And I don't even know why my voice is this way, because I was screaming internally at the UFC event on Saturday night, which was just effing amazing. That main event, I still can't stop thinking about how amazing that was. I watched it again yesterday, which is probably pathetic, but I did. I mean, I just, so I didn't really scream out loud because the kids were sleeping. So I don't know necessarily why the voice is this way. My dog is staring at me right now. Do you know Charlie? No, you don't know. But I apologize. But I already hit the biggest questions. I'm going to do some spring training reports coming up. But I just wanted to say that when this happens and the Super Bowl passes, if you're a baseball fan, this is a time where you're sitting there texting your friends and you're getting into it. You're waiting and counting down the days for MLB The Show to come out, and you just cannot wait. Because you want to sit there and you want to play. If your example is a Met fan, I'm sitting there watching on video, watching him wearing a Met hat and a Met sweatshirt. I got a Met everything. I got Met stuff in the background. I got Mets, Islanders, and kids, and a dog walking behind me if you're watching the video. That's what I got. So I'm all about, I can't wait to play with Verlander on the show. I could have put him in the last year's MLB The Show. No. I got to do it real. I got to get it right. Got to get the new one. This is the psychosis you get when you're a baseball fan, all right? When you're a lifer, this is the life you're living. And there's Charlie. You're right in the video. Stay right in there. There you can see him. This is what it's about. But you got to be jacked up. You're a Yankee fan. Aaron Judge coming back. Rodon on your team. You're a Jays fan. You're getting even more out of Bichette this year, out of Guerrero this year, out of your kids. Manoah, filth. from Alek Manoah. Romero, filth on the back end. Schneider and company love what they're building. Orioles fans are jacked up. How do we take the next step? Red Sox fans are jacked up because it can't be any worse than last year. And even after Bogarts left, at least Devers is still staying, right? You got something everywhere. Rays fans know, geez, I don't like the park. I don't like where we're located. I'm going to complain about it forever. I probably don't even show up. But you know what? I watch it at home. My team's going to win. They're going to find a way with Kevin Cash. You're a Guardians fan. You've been guarding that division. You're not supposed to hold it down with Tito and company, but you are, and you have, and now Josh Bell on board. You're a Twins fan. You know deep down Carlos Correa didn't want to come back, but he back. He in it to win it, and you got a team that should be better than you were last year. Chicago White Sox got to be better than the disaster they were last year. All the expectations and all of that for naught, as they say. How do you spell naught? It's not not. Not N-O-T. Is that N-A-U-G-H-T? Is that for naught? I don't even know. Really? I don't know why I just discussed that. I just thought that out loud. The Angels made some good moves, but it's about the ones they're going to make, that they got to make, that you're thinking, bye-bye Ohtani, but when? Can't really be real because we know the Mariners are the ones on the heels of Javier's aforementioned those Astros, right? 6 consecutive LCSs, not us. How are we going to get there? How are we going to even get a wild card with some of those teams in the East? I don't see it. Do you? Texas Rangers going to jump. How are we going to avoid them passing us by? Seager and Simeon, now joined by DeGrom and Heaney and all of the arms that they got and all the moves that they made and all the money they spent. And, oh, by the way, they're being led by the best manager I ever covered in Bruce Bochy. One of the greatest acquisitions you could ever make in Boch. How about in the National League in the NL East where it's crazy, where it's nuts, where even without Harper, who you wait for, you got the return of Wheeler and Nola and Turner now in your infield and the top of your lineup with Kyle Schwarber and all that you already had there with the Phillies and Robbie Thompson. How about what you got there with the Braves, a team that continues to win division titles? Yeah, they got knocked up in the postseason last year, but another year of Strider, speaking of MVP, or excuse me, Cy Young candidates, and now a healthy version. Could I get Soroka back? Look at all the guys we already got. Look at what we got with Kyle Wright and his advancements last year. I still haven't given up personally on Ian Anderson, New Yorker, down here in enemy territory like I am in Atlanta. That 3-team race, crazy. I got a Cy Young in Miami to watch and Skip Schumacher, who's a dude, even though I love Donnie Baseball. And I think going to be a real good manager. Real good. I think the attitude that they'll have going to be a little bit younger and spicier than it's been. And you're going to need that because the talent level ain't going to be a match. All the best to the Lerner family on the passing of Ted Lerner. Saw that this morning. The Nationals, not sure they're passing anyone in the division. We know that. What about in the Central? The Cardinals, Arenado don't want to go anywhere. MVP and Goldschmidt, but they're not done. And they seem to get better and better. Another year of Wainwright, what can we get? And can Flaherty return and help with that duo and others, give us enough pitching to be better than just maybe the best team in this mediocre division? What about the Cubs, who up the middle add a Bellinger, add a Swanson? What about the Cubs, who with Rossi and company starting to feel it last year with Herner and Happ and some of those young kids? Those Cubbies are on the rise again. Brewers aren't going anywhere. They can't hit. Seemingly, they don't have enough. Certainly, without Hader, Williams and company, not the same they were, but they got Craig Counsell, as good a manager as there is in the game right now, and that team going to be in it to win it and figure out a way to hang in it. I can't give you much about the Pirates. Love Derek Shelton. Love the uniforms. And I love watching O'Neal Cruz. And McCutcheon's return. Fantastic. Love that. Love the third baseman, obviously. I don't know beyond that what you're getting, but I love the Pirates. Best jersey combo and cap, the black cap with the yellow P and those pristine looking white jerseys. I mean, come on now. Sorry. PNC Park, gorgeous. Speaking of gorgeous parks, the Giants got that. They also made some good moves, but they didn't get Aaron Judge. They couldn't pick off the shortstops they wanted. Now what you going to do? How you going to cut the gap? Similar to what we said about the Angels. When you've got the rising tide, not necessarily the Rangers here, but the Diamondbacks, and you sitting there and saying, how we get into Padres and Dodgers and that significant battle, that race we're about to see in this West. Crazy town. Going to be a lot of fun. How do you not get romantic about baseball? I'm going to hone the voice for at least 24 hours. Come back to you. We'll start to kind of separate these, do some division shows. Going to do a lot of stuff that I used to do. If you listen to me at XM, I'm going to do a lot of those shows and ideas that I pushed out there for how we did some spring training shows, and do some of that here. And in addition, continue to go with the hockey and the NBA and some of these other things, and get some co-hosts I'm going to work in. I think you're going to appreciate, and get also some guests on that side as well. Want to put this out there on a Monday, big on motivation, Monday motivation for you. If you saw this on Twitter, I posted this out yesterday. Somebody had thrown out the question, what's the biggest thing that you learned about mental health and your mental health? And we all learn about each other. And I think mental health is so much premierly more important, certainly, than baseball is. And to me, I'll put it this way and paraphrase what I put out there. Most important thing I learned. It's about accountability. It's about energy. It's about vulnerability. It's about value, and it's about responsibility, but not about for others, for you. For you. You're going to meet people in your life that are not who you thought they were. They don't care or love themselves, let alone care or love you. Maybe they didn't as much as you thought. Maybe, and I've seen this, they didn't at all. They're going to be out not to help you and to guide you and to love you, but they're going to be out there to hurt you and to damage you and to drown you, because there are people who are angry and they are irresponsible with their own actions for themselves. Therefore, they have to drag you into it. These are lessons that many of us have learned. But here's the lesson we don't learn. We try and fix them. We try and save them. We try and help them. Try and love for them. Love themselves for them. We see such greatness in them. We try and tell them over and over again, you are better than you think. You don't have to be this way. And they don't listen. And eventually our energy is depleted, and it's going to go. It is not your fault if somebody treats you bad. It is not your fault if you get abused emotionally or physically, and I've been both. It is not your fault if you get forgotten or abandoned and left and stranded, and I've been all those. It is not your fault if somebody don't care about you. It is not your fault if you're not treated right, but it is your responsibility to move forward. It is your responsibility to put your energy in you and not them, into your feelings and thoughts and not theirs. It is your responsibility to do what's best for you and to do you and to fix you. And it's a lesson a lot of us have learned the hard way. And take my advice, don't make the mistake of waiting until all that energy depleted, because you're more interested in saving somebody else you care about or love than you are yourself, because eventually you ain't going to be yourself. It is not your fault, but it is your responsibility to forgive and forget. It is your responsibility to move forward and to be better and to do better and to do bigger and better things for you, because you are enough. It is officially baseball season. Hells yes. Bring it. 166 in the books, as always. We are presented and Unfiltered by our good friends at BetOnline.